Our second visit to the all-weather comes up in race number 9 over the 1650. Here it's a Class 3 contest headed by King Genki, a two-time course and distance winner, £10 off his back. He's come up with barrier 2. He might be the leader here as well. Hank's decision has been placed on both of his starts on the all-weather. Tang Fleming was a course and distance winner in February. Penang Hall is out. 60-60 gets from the 12 up to the 1650. Chimbora has his first start for Danny Shum. We've got Imperial Concord, a 5-time winner over course and distance. Never won in this class though, and down to Good For You. Gets up from the 1200 at Happy Valley up to the 1650 here at Sha Tin. Now, as far as Chung Fa is concerned, McMonagle and Chimbora have both been up and back. They came back at the end of September.
Yeah, the trials from Chimbora suggest he might be a slightly improved galloper. Hard to envisage something else leading outside of King Genki when you look at the speed of the race. Whampoa Star did travel forward 2 starts ago, but King Genki, we know when he gets up to these distances on the all-weather, he's going to be very hard to run down. He did win an all-weather trial over 1200 prior to his last start, where he wasn't able to lead. He had to sit wide, but he kept up a good, strong gallop all the way to the wire. And if he finds the front with the 10-pound claimer, he will be difficult to get past. Yep,
he's going to be come up pretty short though. Here he is, King Genki. Now he pulls every morning, so don't be alarmed by seeing that. I've seen him a lot worse than this, in fact, but this is how he normally works. He just wants to get on with the job, and he looks very tough to beat. Tang Fleming's a winner on the surface already. The hood will go on him for the first time. He's got an awkward draw, barrier number 10. Might find it a bit awkward, but he's another one that can go forward. Is Tang Fleming, and you can see him working there. And the last one here is Zilong. And he went a good race, I thought, last time when he ran 4th on the surface. He's only had the couple of starts on the all-weather, so 3 starts in fact, and the last one being the best of them. So he's going nicely.
All right, we'll see Zilong again in a minute with Tang Fleming in one of their trials. We're going to start off, though, with King Genki here, finishing 4th over the 1200. Made a solid effort, gets up in trip, and it's almost like Tony Cruz is just trying to make doubly sure, takes £10 off his back from a low gate. Yeah,
he's going to be very hard to stop, no doubt about that. Paul mentioned Tang Fleming is a horse that could go forward. He did go forward 4 starts ago when he won, and he may pressure King Genki initially. But I think with the advantage of gate 2 here for young Victor Wong, it's just a matter of him stepping, and he will eventually find the front. He might have to work, but I've seen him work before and still find the line well.
Yeah, exactly. And his 1650 is ideal. At the moment, he looks like the natural pacemaker, £10 off. But what price is he going to be? $1.40?
No value there. 60-60 was in that race as well, actually. Ran quite nicely, caught my eye. Hang's Decision, the next one we're going to have a look at. Big effort from him on this occasion. Finished second at almost a double-figure price behind Glorious Artist.
He's been a marvellous horse for connections. Nearly $7 million of prize money in the bank. He still holds the record at 1,400 metres on the turf. He's had 2 goes on the all-weather for a second and a third. I always underestimate him. I've left him out of the tips again. It could be at my peril.
Yeah, look, he's drawn 1. I don't know if 1's going to be ideal for him because he could get cramped up on the rail there because he's a horse that does get back. So, and if he gets that kickback in his face, it might find it a bit tougher.
All right, he came up the rail there, OK.
He did, to be fair, he did.
Yeah, he's won the season already, but we'll move on. Imperial Concord, the next one we'll see, and we've got an incredible record, Imperial Concord, with 5 wins over course and distance. Here along with Zilong, Tang Fleming and Whampoa Star, well beaten.
Yep, he is a very consistent animal, Imperial Concord, and Frankie Law's had him going well the last 6 months, but 22 starts in this class, never won. So he's going to give away another start, as he often does. He'll obviously be meeting King Genki and others better at the weights, but whether he can reel them in this grade's the big question.
Yeah, I've got him in on a minor line because at least he's consistent on the surface.
Yep, same.
And we'll give Zilong a chance as well because I thought he ran well and he's had a nice quiet trial leading into this.
All right. Well, speaking of Zilong and trials, let's have a look at it. Tang Fleming involved as well. Used to be called Ian Fleming when Andrew Balding trained him. He won on the all-weather in the UK.
Dun, 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 dun. Exactly. Right, that one, OK. Yeah, look, I think all of these horses for me are probably battling for minor money. Tang Fleming's a chance, Zilong's a chance, Imperial Concord's a chance. There'll be 1 or 2 others as well that will make their way into some tips, but they've all got to catch the one.
Yeah, I agree. Totally agree with exactly what you said there. Nothing more to add, James?
There you go. King Genki, the odds-on favourite, clearly the one to beat here. What does? Anything? Nothing.
No, I think he's going to win. We might be shaken but not stirred with King Genki. He's just going to definitely go to the front and be tough to run down, but you're not going to get any spoils on him. Imperial Concord running on along with Zalong. And good for you. I think he can run on nicely. I know he's on the rating of 62 and he'd be better down a grade, but with a very light weight. And Me Choi, we know how good he is with these dirt horses. He's a horse that gets back. I think he can run on late. 110, 8 and 12. I'll go exotics because King Genki's too short.
Yeah, you can't eat value though. Look, $1.70 I think is probably a reasonable quote for King Genki. So if he starts that, I'd be working everything around him to win. Imperial Concord, Zalong, 60-60. They're all going to probably get their chance, but I think he'll just keep finding King Genki when the whips are cracking, and they'll be filling the minors. So 110, 8, 7.
All right, King Genki is clearly the one to beat, but I'm happy to take him on here. 60-60, I think it's a good price, 11 and 2.7. I know he's getting the weight off his back, King Genki, but he finished off that race over the 200 metres last time out quite well, 60-60. The start before that, behind High Five, who's an eye-catching run as well.
Yeah, he's a horse that still looks to have some progress in him, definitely. And you're going to get a little bit of value for your shot at the stumps.
No, agree.
All right, these horses have been up at Chung Fa and the ones that haven't are first up here. Any improvement at all as far as track work's concerned through the off-season?
There's been a few, a little bit for those ones, but the thing with King Genki is he's a versatile horse. I showed that track work, you know how he pulls all the time and everything, but he still comes out and runs well on race day, so he's an iron horse. That's why I think he can get to the front. Triple Way hasn't worried him at all, so, he is short though, so I can understand your reasoning for wanting to take him on.
Chimbora has had a couple of decent trials at Chun Fa. He does look an improved horse now with Danny Shum, but how much improvement? He needs to find a fair bit. Biz Power's also got a bit of time for as well, but I don't like the barrier, so I'm happy to sit on the fence with him and put him in the fridge for another day. So
yeah, with you with Biz Power. I think his time will come in due course, but barrier 12 as well doesn't look ideal for him by any stretch. So King Genki, the one to beat there in the 9th. One more to go then, race number 10 plus all the best bets. That comes up next.